This is a PowerPoint on Genn and Baku. Genn and Baku are legendary minions from the Witchwood set, both of them being neutral. Genn, of course, being even and Baku being odd. They are relatively understated, but that is to make up for the fact that they have big upsides to your hero power. These cards were the first ever cards to be rotated early from standard and effectively banned from play. Nowadays, we see bans, but not in the same way we would have ever seen them before. These decks were so strong the 1 year they were in that Blizzard just decided, no, they're not going to be back. Before we get into decks that are odd and even more specifically, I want to talk about Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter has the best of both worlds, being naturally a one-mana hero power and it being upgraded to be a lot stronger, twice as powerful, in fact. This deck has a lot of powerful synergy cards with it, such as Lowly Squire and Battle Fiend, that make it so your one-mana hero power gets to work very well with them, as well as playing one-mana minions to weave in mana as efficiently as possible. This is one of my favorite odd decks, personally, because it's really cool. It's just unfortunate that it has not been good in a long time. Now, we get to the best decks that have been odd over the years. Typically, it is Odd Rogue and Odd Paladin. Odd Rogue and Odd Paladin were very dominant in the first year they were in Standard, and of course throughout the early years of Wild. They've fallen off very much significantly over the years. There's no reason to play Odd Rogue over regular Pirate Rogue whatsoever, and Odd Paladin has just fallen by the wayside as better and better decks come out. Odd Paladin is actually currently worse than Even Paladin, which hasn't been a thing since the original Call to Arms and nerf. Odd decks do also use Tour Guide very efficiently because you want to get your hero power activated as many times as possible. Tour Guide makes your next hero power cost 0. It is very good in those decks. Even decks are all about mana efficiency and weaving in their hero power. They do this by playing typically 2, 0, or 4 mana cards, which makes it very easy to use your mana totally every single turn based on your hero power. A lot of even decks also have extra synergies towards their hero power, such as Groovy Cat and Druid, or the totemic buff cards in Shaman, as well as Fellfire Deadeye in Hunter. I like even decks a lot. I think they synergize incredibly well. Sing Along Buddy, which of course, as you may know, is the mascot of my channel, as well as cards like Garrison Commander and other cards of that nature. In conclusion, I love odd and even decks. I think they're the most fun archetypes of decks personally because I like pressing the button every turn. I like always having something to do. As a Hunter player, it's something very nice because sometimes you just cannot play cards because you don't have card draw. It's very interesting gameplay personally, and a lot of people don't agree. A lot of people did think it was boring and wanted it to be removed from Standard, and that is fair. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about these cards below. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you think they're boring? And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
All right, sleeping after midnight.